Crypto exchange Binance says will not accept cards of sanctioned Russian banks. Some of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges are remaining in Russia, defying conventional finance in a move that analysts believe hurts Western efforts to isolate Moscow in the aftermath of the invasion of Ukraine. Western sanctions aimed at squeezing Russia's economy and cutting it off from the global financial system have pushed a flood of corporations and financial firms to cease operations in the nation. In today's video, I'll be discussing Binance's decision regarding sanctioning Russian banks. Stay tuned to know more about the topic. What did Binance decide to do about Russian bank sanctions? Despite a request from the Ukrainian government, many of the world's leading cryptocurrency exchanges, including Binance and US-based Kraken and Coinbase, have refrained from imposing a blanket ban on Russian consumers. They stated they would rather use filters and block anyone who's been sanctioned. The stalemate exemplifies the ideological divide that exists between the traditional banking sector and the world of cryptocurrencies, which has its roots in libertarian ideas and distrust of governments. The crypto exchanges argued that blocking off a whole country would go against Bitcoin's spirit of providing payment access free of government scrutiny. What are the concerns of experts regarding this decision? Several anti-money laundering experts worried that the transactions could be used by Russians to shift money outside, undercutting Western efforts to persuade Russia to abandon the conflict. There's no question sanctions are diminished, said Ross Dalston, a U.S. lawyer and former banking regulator, adding that cryptocurrencies allow an avenue for flight to safety that would not have existed otherwise. While most exchanges do need ID checks, the severity of Know Your Customer procedures varies throughout the business, which concerns regulators who see cryptocurrency as a conduit for illicit funds. People targeted by sanctions, according to anti-money laundering and crypto specialists, may try to shift assets using so-called privacy coins, a class of cryptocurrency that obscures users' identities more than Bitcoin. Supporters argue that they provide consumers with better protections from intrusive government monitoring. How some Russian customers and companies are reacting to the sanctions. Russian consumers and companies have hurried to convert rubles into foreign cash after the ruble fell to a historic low of 110 per dollar. There are also hints that people are scrambling to convert their money to cryptocurrency. Trading volumes between the ruble and cryptocurrency topped 15.3 billion rubles, $140.7 million, on Monday, a threefold increase from a week earlier, according to researcher Crypto Compare. The rise has alarmed regulators, with the European Commission investigating whether cryptocurrency is being used to circumvent sanctions, according to an EU official on Wednesday. The U.S. Treasury stated that Russia's businesses or people would be unable to use cryptocurrency to circumvent sanctions, citing difficulties in converting digital currencies to traditional money through banking firms subject to anti-money laundering regulations. Even at the level of individual elites, laundering billions of dollars through digital wallets would expose themselves to those tracking flows within virtual currency markets, a spokesperson said, adding that anti-money laundering rules and sanctions also apply to crypto exchanges. How are big companies reacting to the situation? The Financial Conduct Authority of the United Kingdom did not reply to requests for comment on the story. The stance of the cryptocurrency exchanges contrasts with that of some traditional payment businesses and fintech firms that have responded to sanctions by curtailing services in Russia. Wise and remittance processor Remitly, for example, has banned money transfer services in Russia, while Apple Inc., AAPL.O, has curtailed the usage of Apple Pay. Visa Inc., V.N., and MasterCard Inc., M.N., have also barred various Russian financial firms from their networks. Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister Mikhail Fedorov requested crypto exchanges to prohibit Russian users' digital wallet addresses, thus removing their ability to trade cryptocurrency. Jesse Powell, CEO of Kraken, stated that he would not budge, referring to Bitcoin as the world's most valuable currency, the personification of libertarian ideas. It's crucial to freeze not only the addresses linked to Russian and Belarusian politicians, but also to sabotage ordinary users, Fedorov said in a tweet. Russia continues to bombard major cities in Ukraine, although the country's soldiers are thought to have largely repulsed Russian advances. The United States and the European Union have retaliated by sanctioning Russian banks, sovereign debt, Russian President Vladimir Putin's inner circle, and the leader himself. As a result, the Russian currency has plummeted. Blocking users from an entire country does not necessarily punish individuals who are genuinely involved, and may have been planned for the potential of blanket bans, according to a Kraken representative. Kraken also complies with the legal and regulatory obligations in all areas in which it operates. Binance's firm take on the Prime Minister's request. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, has likewise refused to prohibit all Russian users, but has stated that it is banning the accounts of any clients who are sanctioned. Crypto was meant to provide greater financial freedom for people across the globe, the company stated on Monday. We are not going to unilaterally freeze millions of innocent users' accounts, a spokesperson for Binance, the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, told CNBC. Crypto is meant to provide greater financial freedom for people across the globe. To unilaterally decide to ban people's access to their crypto would fly in the face of the reason why crypto even exists. Binance said it is taking the steps necessary to ensure we take action against those that have had sanctions levied against them while minimizing impact to innocent users. Should the international community widen those sanctions further, we will apply those aggressively as well, a company spokesperson added. According to Crypto Compare, Binance accounts for more than 40% of all crypto trades in rubles. A spokeswoman for Binance declined to comment on the amount or provide information on any sanctioned individuals who had been blacklisted. Coinbase Global Inc., COIN.O, a U.S. cryptocurrency exchange, has also stated that it will not put a blanket ban on transactions involving Russians, but will instead block the accounts of those sanctioned. However, continuing to operate in Russia raises concerns for exchanges, according to Joby Carpenter, crypto and illicit finance specialist with the Association of Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialists. Exchanges and ultimately banks where crypto assets off-ramp will need to be alert to these efforts to avoid breaching sanctions or terrorism legislation, Carpenter said. Binance has stated that it will not accept cards issued by sanctioned Russian banks. Some of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges are remaining in Russia, defying conventional finance in a move that analysts believe hurts Western efforts to isolate Moscow in the aftermath of the invasion of Ukraine. Binance, a cryptocurrency exchange, announced that cardholders of sanctioned Russian banks will be unable to use their services on their platform and that sanctioned individuals' access would be restricted. According to a top European Union official, the European Commission is investigating whether crypto assets are being used to circumvent financial restrictions placed on Russian institutions following the country's invasion of Ukraine. This week, trading volumes between the Russian ruble and the Tether cryptocurrency rose as the local currency plunged to a record low due to the Western sanctions. How are other crypto exchanges reacting? CNBC also contacted other large cryptocurrency exchanges, asking if they would be suspending Russian user accounts, but has yet to get a response. Another cryptocurrency exchange, KuCoin, informed CNBC that it would not freeze Russian users' accounts. As a neutral platform, we will not freeze the accounts of any users from any country without a legal requirement. And at this difficult time, actions that increase the tension to impact the rights of innocent people should not be encouraged, Johnny Liu, CEO of KuCoin, told CNBC in a statement. However, DMarket, a site that allows people to trade virtual in-game stuff, claimed on Twitter that it had broken all relationships with Russia and Belarus due to the invasion of Ukraine. According to DMarket, a Ukrainian-born startup, the Russian ruble has been deleted off the platform. According to Reuters, Binance is among a tiny set of cryptocurrency exchanges adopting such a position against Russian banks and individuals participating in the Ukrainian incursion. Several of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges have remained in Russia and continue to operate freely. This move not only opposes the activities of mainstream financial institutions, but also blunts Western nations' efforts to hurt Russia's economy following the ongoing attacks that began last week and are linked to Ukraine's membership in NATO. How some U.S. senators are responding. According to the New York Times, 4 Democratic U.S. senators, Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, Mark Warner of Virginia, Sherrod Brown of Ohio, and Jack Reed of Rhode Island, wrote a letter on Wednesday, March 2nd, demanding Treasury Secretary Janet L. Yellen explain how her department plans to get cryptocurrency companies to enforce economic sanctions on Russia. Senators asked Yellen in their letter whether fragmented financial structures hampered sanctions enforcement. The senators expressed concern in the letter that Russia will turn to crypto and other digital assets, including its own digital ruble, to alleviate the financial burden caused by global economic sanctions, which include the freezing of the Russian central bank's foreign assets, the exclusion of Russian banks from the SWIFT payment system, and private companies cutting off trade and investment in Russia. According to a Financial Times report, the EU is also striving to ensure that digital assets are not exploited to circumvent sanctions imposed on Russia. After a video conference, France's finance minister, Bruno Le Maire, stated that measures were being studied to further increase the effectiveness of penalties, ensuring that there were no ways to circumvent them, including with cryptocurrencies. According to European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde, legislation should be enacted prohibiting enterprises involved in the issuance of crypto assets or providing services from assisting Russian clients during the invasion of Ukraine. Will all crypto exchanges come together to fight the Russian invasion in the next couple of days? Let me know what you think in the comments section.